What's good, YouTube? FAIRDALE Kings coming at you again with another EA Sports College Football 25 event. Tonight, we're going to have the live stream of the semifinals of the FAIRDALE Kings Dynasty. We're going to have Florida State taking on Utah. Big matchup, trying to get everything squared away. Let me send out a message to the group, let them know that we're going live. We'll be right back. What's good, YouTube? FAIRDALE Kings. Looks like we're going to have kickoff here. They've joined the lobby. Looks like the nose running on the field. Should be an entertaining game. I'm going to say the experts, so-called experts, would have never picked this matchup. We're playing here in the Fiesta Bowl, Arizona, but we had a couple of we had an upset, huge upset. The number 1 seed Oregon was knocked off by Florida State, who just had an incredible pass rush all game and gave Oregon fits. Still trying to figure out the ramifications of that game. I mean, Oregon had a 99 overall left tackle, and he just got taken to the woodshed. He was beat to death in that game. Utah wins the Big 12 conference. They received the bye as the number 4 seed. They beat, I guess they were 4 seed. They beat Bama. And, you know, here we are. Going to be 1st and 10 at the 13. Florida State has a great, phenomenal running back. Jalen Lucas, absolute beast, 97 speed running back. You give him a crease, he's taking it to the house. You've got to keep him bogged down and in traffic. Hope to keep him bottled up. If you can do that, you may have success. But when I've seen what little I've seen this year of Florida State, he has been an absolute workhorse and a stud. And it's continued throughout the playoffs. Yeah, Utah beat Alabama 35-34. Still haven't heard all the details on that game. If that was a missed, which I don't believe it was a missed PAT, it was maybe an attempt for a 2-point conversion that failed at some point in the game. So Utah skates by, wins 35-34. Florida State wins the quarterfinal game against number 1 overall seed Oregon, beats them 17-14. Looking at that right there, that's Destin Hill with the catch. Nice game. We watched late in the contest the other night when Florida State had to get a first down. They went to a very similar play-action play, which we had just watched on the second play of the game. Dialed that up, was able to get the ball to midfield and continued the drive, was able to go down and kick a field goal to win the game as time expired. So Florida State likes going to that play-action pass when things are really on the line. Favorite route of everything that they run, those sideline patterns. They love to run that 8 to 10 yard out pattern. throw it to the perimeter, let their receivers eat. For the most part, Florida State's passing game consists of a lot of short passes to tight ends and to the running back out of the backfield. Here they are in a looks like 22 personnel, 2 backs, 2 tight ends, going to run play action, get the running back in the flats. We had just mentioned it. That's going to get a heavy dose of that. That is what they like to do. A lot of check downs, let these zones clear out, throw the ball underneath, make the defense have to make a commitment to come up and stop the short passing game. And then once you do that, once you make that commitment and that adjustment defensively, then he likes to exploit and throw the ball over top. But he will take check downs all day until you prove you can stop the short passing game. We're going to get a jet sweep, makes a guy miss, gets out there across to the 28-yard line. Going to be 1st and 10 nose on this opening drive. Really like what we've seen from this Florida State team as they have progressed through the season. If you guys aren't familiar and haven't followed the FAIRDALE Kings Dynasty League, early in the year, Florida State had a 14-0 lead on Alabama, had a terrible, atrocious third quarter, which threw 2 interceptions. Alabama capitalized, actually beats them 17-14 as time expired. Florida State turned around the next week and played the defending national champion Ohio State Buckeyes. Ohio State escapes with a 3-point win. So first 2 games of the year, Florida State takes some L's. They were fortunately ranked number 3 in a preseason come into the season. So they were highly ranked, highly thought of. A lot of talent coming back. They took 2 early defeats, but they have been on an absolute run as of late. Now, they did lose in the ACC championship game. We're not going to ignore that fact. Notre Dame really took them to the woodshed, but they did a lot of good things in that game, and that momentum, I think he took some confidence from that game, carried over into the first round matchup against NC State, which they beat a non-user team 34-9. And then they went to the Rose Bowl and beat Oregon 17-14. And they're playing for a chance at a national championship. They're 1 game away. Going to be a late pass thrown over the middle. I mean, I know right now that Coach Gage has to be upset that this guy elected to bat the ball away as opposed to maybe putting 2 hands up and intercepting that pass in the end zone and stopping this drive. But he didn't. Prevented the touchdown. We're going to get a run to the left side. That's Jalen Lucas again. 3rd and 2 at the 9. Lucas is phenomenal. I mean, if you haven't watched this guy, when he has the ball in his hands, he is electric. And that's not an understatement. That's not hyperbole. The guy can flat out make things happen with his legs and often does. And when he does shake loose, it can be for a 70, 75-yard run like it's nothing. Once he gets a little bit of space, he is going to be gone. Compared him much less to a Lamborghini in South Florida down in Miami. You got to keep this guy bottled up in traffic on I-95 because you give him a free lane, he is ghost. You're going to be kissing him goodbye. Oregon, though, right now playing some really heads-up, good defense. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 5. Looks like we're going to get a little bit of play action and get the ball out to the flats. That's taken away. Woo! Oh, that is a risky pass to the flats. Utah was in perfect coverage. Cam Davis makes the catch. Good coverage with the defensive back. The user never made an attempt to undercut that play, just ran right behind him. So Florida State jumps on top. If you guys don't know, this was the number 9 overall seed coming into the playoffs, and they are in the semifinal round right now, playing number 4 overall seed Utah. If you guys are looking at the overall rankings, or if you've seen it, you see that, at least I do here, that Utah was ranked number 11 by the media and AP. 12-2 record. They had lost to, I know they lost to Notre Dame. Trying to look right now to see what their other loss might have been this year. Not quite as familiar with them, being that they're out there in that West Coast, that Midwest. But they lost to Alabama as well, 17-14 in the 3rd week of the season. Bounced back. Played a really, really tight game against Ole Miss. Was a 21-21 game when the game abruptly lost connection between the two. They awarded Utah with the win, which is why they received such, I guess, recognition in the polls. Could have very well been a 3-loss team, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, they still won the Big 12 Conference. But they are geared toward running the ball. That has been what we've seen from them throughout the year. They've been a focus of just running the ball, taking care of the ball, avoiding turnovers. You're going to see a outside zone. He cuts it up the middle, gets absolutely stonewalled. I mean, I don't know if he tried to hurdle or if this guy just up and, yeah, he tried to hurdle and avoid number 90 and just gets caught mid-flight, slammed down to the ground. That's Randall. Don't want to take too many more of those kind of shots in this game, that's for sure. With the wear and tear system, I mean, this is the 15th game of the year for the Utes, so his body's taking on a beating, especially as many times as they carry the ball. Anyway, Utah's out here right now, 22 personnel, 2 backs, 2 tight ends, I formation, got a receiver to the left, going to run. Whoo, good. Look at that stick work, getting sticky with it. Coach Gage, that's going to be Stanley running off the left side. Now, Stanley is the leading rusher for this team. Has had a phenomenal career, just shy of 1,700 yards rushing for the career. And just like that, good God almighty, the first quarter's got away from us already. At the end of one, Florida State leads this game 7-0. I'm not quite sure if that's going to play in Florida State or Utah's favor. That first quarter flew by. Coach Gage probably likes it, though, because it keeps the ball out of Florida State's hands. He has to make sure, though, that he goes and puts the ball in the end zone. Going to run a toss left. The tight end doesn't hold the block. Great tackle there by the right outside linebacker. We'll call him Tommy. Makes a nice play. Looks like Utah's coming out and gun split slot. 2 backs in the backfield. Florida State making adjustments, sliding their line, sliding the linebackers. Looks like they believe they're going to be facing a run to the right. I love myself to fake an audible. I don't know about audible. Fake an audible, still run the ball where you want to run. They're going to throw the ball. They're going to throw the ball, and they're going to throw it out to the flats, and they're going to have a lot of success. He's trucking people, putting his shoulders down, drops the helmet, runs over a couple would-be tacklers. That's going to be a first down. Utah just outside of the red zone, 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. What an intriguing first half that we've had, though, so far. Going to run a toss to the left again. He's going to make a guy miss. We might get a spin. There's the spin unsuccessfully, but it is a first down. Going to be 1st and goal at the 5. Turbo, they're going to go no huddle. Maybe like the look. Maybe like the defense they're in. They're going to go right back up the middle. Picks up 1 yard. Patrick Payton makes the tackle. That's a great job there by the left end. Looks like left end that was playing linebacker. Maybe he got him out of sort there with that formation. But that left end was lined up at the right outside linebacker and just really shot through the B gap. No, correction, shot through the A gap. As they double team that nose, he ran right through the A gap and makes a tackle for a 1 yard gain. We're going to get motion to the right here out of this pistol look. Got 2x2 set, 2 tight ends on the field. Going to run a stretch to the left. And it's going to be a touchdown. He's not going to stop that. Touchdown, Utah Utes. That is John Randall Jr. with the touchdown. Impressive drive by Utah to go right back down the field and answer Florida State. We have a tie game, 7-7. That was an 8-play, nearly 3-minute drive by Utah, answering the bell, coming back and responding. Got a ball game, folks. We got a ball game out here in Arizona, playing in the Fiesta Bowl. And you know what? I stand corrected. Dijon Stanley from Utah has 98 speed. Jalen Lucas has 95. So the Utah back is actually more explosive, if you can believe that. So that kind of explains the focus and the concentration that we're getting from this Utah group as they focus on the running game. Tries to run the ball off the right side on a stretch. Halfback power, more likely that's what that was. Halfback power off the right side. Picks up 3. Nice play. Keep him honest. You got to run between the tackles. Otherwise, that defense just going to focus on outside stretch runs and outside zones. So going to make sure they don't keep just spreading that defensive line. Keep them honest. Nice play for first downs. Going to bring up second and medium. Can run some play action. That's what it looks like we're going to get again. Play action. Has the running back. He takes the choice over here to the left. He had the running back wide open. Maybe fullback was in the right flat. Uncontested. Takes the more challenge play. Utah defender blows up the receiver upon attempting to catch the ball. Knocks that ball loose. Jars it loose. Going to be 3rd and 7. 2:55 remaining. This is a key play here in the first half. Getting a lot of audibles, but I don't know if that's going to be real or not. He's just going to run the ball, and look at that explosive takeoff move. But he's going to stop him just short. Going to bring up 4th and 1. You're right, Utah back, defensive back. Get that fist up. Let them know it's 4th down. Y'all made the stop, but you've got one more play here. You know, and they want to pin their ears back and run right at you. They can. It's 4th and 1. They have the ability to go for it. They're going to come out in the goal line set. I'm thinking maybe a fullback dive. I don't know if he's going to run a toss. Looks like that's over. He runs a quarterback sneak. Quarterback sneak. Picks up the first down. Florida State's going to retain possession. Looks like Utah doesn't necessarily pick up the guy they wanted on defense. They end up on an end out there, and he dives out in oblivion. You want to stop that sneak, pinch your line, goal line pinch. He throws the ball deep. He's going to make a great play. Catch the ball in space, runs down the sideline, going to sneak into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. The Nose put another one on the board. Made that one look easy. Made that look very easy. Nice play. Capped off after converting a 4th and 1. Backed up on their 28-yard line. Converts the first down, and right after that, they throw the deep ball. Goes up, mosses on a guy, comes down, makes another guy miss, and takes it to the house. Spectacular play by Florida State, but Utah's going to have the ball now with 2:08 remaining in the first half to answer the bell. And remember, Utah's going to get the ball to start the second half, so this is a drive of vast importance. If Utah is able to go down and answer, score a touchdown, they're going to get the ball to start the second half and maybe expand the lead. But we'll see. They've got to answer the bell right here. Last time took them 3 minutes to score. Might not take him that long. He's going to spin. This guy I told you is electric. 98 speed running back. He's already deep in Florida State territory. Oh, who called timeout? Who called time? I know that was a mistake. There's no way that was a timeout. That's a 2-minute warning. Going to have I left. We got 22 personnel, 2 running backs, 2 tight ends on the field. Going to get a motion. Going to run just straight dead up at him. Picks up 7 yards. He is just running the ball straight ahead. You see right now, 7 carries for 80 yards with the long of 39, which is that first play of this drive. Jalen Lucas has been held to 5 carries for 26 yards with a long of 11. But if you had to sit here and identify who's having more success on the ground, it's definitely the Utah Utes. That group has done a phenomenal job of controlling the tempo and running the ball. But Florida State has a little bit more versatility on offense. They're able to throw the ball vertical, so you've got to watch out for that and keep an eye on that they can do some things on offense and have more flexibility than Utah does, who's laser focused on running the ball. I'd run a stretch over here to the right. You got him numbered to the right. He runs the ball right into the heart of the defense. He had no chance. If he'd had to stretch play to the right, he had the phenomenal numbers. Utah had him outnumbered by many over. Florida State had him outnumbered on the left side, outflanked. Even if that guy breaks the play, you got 12 and 8 running in there to the B gap to shut that down. But there was no help on the outside to the right. Now we've got a safety and a corner over here to the right. Motion the guy. Another guy runs over. Look at this. I mean, he has totally stacked this right side to avoid the stretch and the heavy run. And they're going to run it regardless. When you got a guy with this kind of speed, you can do that. That's a gain of 20, 25, 26, 27. They're down inside the 10-yard line with 1:08 to go. So Florida State uses another timeout. They want to get the ball back. They think they can, even if they give up a touchdown, maybe they can still answer right here before the half. So they're calling timeouts to get the ball back, get their defense a chance to get set up, recover. They're going to run straight ISO to the left, pick up 3 yards, bring up second and goal at the 6. Clock is running, though. Dijon Stanley already has 103 yards rushing on 10 carries. He's averaging 10 yards a carry in this first half. Phenomenal effort right now by this Utah running back, the junior from Granada Hills, California, 92 overall. They're going to run a little bit of motion to the right, see if they can confuse them. I think it's going to be an outside zone to the left, but we'll see what happens. Making some adjustments at the line. Clock is winding down. Utah does still have their full allotment of timeouts. They're motioning to see if they're going to go and cross with them. It's outside zone to the left. He cuts back up the middle. There's nothing there. That's going to be maybe a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd and goal at the 8-yard line. We're down to 20 seconds. Clock is still winding. Utah's going to have to do something here. They've got 2 plays here to score. So you've got to run something here to try to get in the end zone. Even if you do run a stretch. But you got to account for the fact you've got to be able to kick a field goal as well. So if they don't score, you're going to be kicking from a hash. They're going to run a sweep to the left. He doesn't get outside. Gets stopped down at the 5-yard line. Going to be a 22-yard field goal. He kicks it right now. They're going to line up for this kick. 22-yard field goal from the left hash with 7 seconds remaining in the first half. Utah's got it lined up. There's the snap, and the kick is up, and it's good. Kick is good. Score is now Florida State 14, Utah Utes 10. Florida State's defense steps up in the red zone. Huge stop by the nose. Ball's kicked off deep into that right corner, coffin corner. The nose are going to sit there and wave the hand and said, you know what, we'll just come out, we'll scrimmage from the 25-yard line. If you got one of those plays, you run it right now. If you got something in your back pocket, they're going to come out 5 wide, probably run their verticals. See if he gives us a glance into what he's looking at. Make sure that everyone's set up. There's an audible hot route. I was waiting to see if he was going to bring that B receiver over in a post, and he gets smacked. Absolutely smacked. Doesn't get the ball off. Fortunate that he didn't fumble the ball. Maybe a sack, a strip fumble, but doesn't. Just blows up the quarterback. Florida State's got to be feeling good, though. They're going into halftime with a 4-point lead. Just stopped a great drive by Utah on the doorstep. Shadows the end zone, but couldn't get in. Florida State's kicking off the ball. It's going to be Utah's ball to start the second half. You see Utah, they average 16 passes a game, 165 yards in the air, 2 touchdowns through the air. But today, they've only attempted 1 pass for 33 yards. Keeping it close to the vest, trying to control the ball, control the tempo of this game, avoid mistakes. Look at this heavy set. They're in gun with everyone. 4 receivers lined up to the right. They run a inside zone to the left. And Florida State is all over that. Going to tackle them at the line of scrimmage. That's a no-yard gain. Right back to I-form tight. You see right now Florida State's playing. They're staying in this 4-3 defense. Going to spread the D-line. That was a true cover 3 look. You saw the safety rolling down into the box while they had the free safety rolling over top. That was a cover 3 with the blitz coming off the edge. Now he's gone into his bare front. I-form tight. Back to a 4-3 over. Let's see if he just goes quarters, tries to keep everyone in front of him. Doesn't. He's in a man-to-man look. He's bringing both safeties down. Wonder if he's going to bring them down in the box or he's just going to let them roll from back there, and they do. Play action pass. Woo! Pass is broken up. Got the look that he wanted. Utah got the look that they wanted. They got one-on-one coverage. Couldn't exploit the fact that he was able to get the coverage that he needed. Quarterback throws the ball a little bit off balance. Ball's high and to the inside. Didn't lead the receiver. Allowed the defensive back to smack the receiver, knock the ball out. Pass breakup. Ball's punted over here. Last night, we watched Texas taking on Ole Miss. And Texas's defense played phenomenal. Lights out defense. Probably, I think, had 7 or 8 interceptions. But their special teams were also the highlight of the game. They had a kickoff return for a touchdown to start the second half. Late in the first half, they had a punt return for a touchdown, which kind of changed the momentum of the game. Haven't seen that from this game. The only really special team stalwart was that field goal, 22-yard field goal before the half to cut the lead to 14-10. But Jalen Lucas is out here shaking loose on the left side. It's going to pick up 19 yards on first down, so it's 1st and 10. And this is what I would have liked to see from Utah on their opening drive of the second half was instead of coming out and trying to get fancy and put 4 receivers to the right and run a damn inside zone to the left for whatever reason, they went away from what their bread and butter was and put themselves behind the sticks on first down, and it killed them, and they had to punt the ball. Florida State comes out and knows where their bread is buttered and ran the ball on first down and picked up 19 yards, and they're already on the shadow of midfield. They're going to run the ball ISO to the left. That's a halfback slam, picks up 4 yards. Now the defense has to be honest. They don't know. It's a second and medium. He can run a play action pass. If he wants to throw another bomb, he has the ability to right now because he's set them up. He's got them guessing, got them on the ropes. Or you can just stay to their game, said, you know what, I got a 4-point lead. My defense is playing great. I'm just going to run the ball, and I don't think he can stop me. A lot of things could be going through his head right now at Florida State. Looks like the play action look, which is what I alluded to. You know, you can get away with that right now. There's a high-low. He's going to throw the deep crossing route by the tight end. He had the underneath route by the tailback in the flats on that PAY cross play. Nice play. Going to secure the ball. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Thomas with the catch. Lets everything clear. Cornerback chasing all the way across the field and had no chance. Going to be a halfback slam to the left. Gets a nice block. Linebacker comes off of it. Makes a good stop. Going to be a gain of 1. But right now, Florida State's playing with house money. 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line. They can keep on milking this clock. Run off another minute and a half. Worst case, pick up another 5 yards and kick maybe a 45-yard field goal and go up 7. They still got house money. They don't have to go down and score a touchdown. It'd be great if they do. But they don't have that burden of pressure on their shoulders right now. They've got a 4-point lead. Keep running the ball. Utah with a big play, though, on that down. 3rd and 11. That's a 2-yard loss. Pierre Kindred. Nice play. True freshman there doesn't do anything, but the defense actually stepped up. Nice play defensively. Big 57. Hamburger helper eating mother sucker right there, boy. Makes a play in the backfield. Inside zone out of this trips look. Oh, he gets bottled down. He's going to lose yards again. That's a 2-yard loss. So it's going to be a 55-yard field goal. Not what I would have liked to see. Look at this kick meter. Shoo-wee. Glad he's kicking this and not me. This ball be over in the left stands, and that's where that's going. No chance in hell. He had no chance from the time they said go on that play. And I'm looking at this. That Pierre Kindred was the kicker. Did the damn kicker just run the ball? Did he just have the kicker run the ball on 3rd down? No, he didn't. I'm going to have to go back and watch that play. Why did this show the kicker come up on the screen? Maybe that was just a preview of what was coming. But it's weird because the guy ran the ball and they put the kicker's face up there. Maybe they're highlighting that he's going to come into the game and kick a field. I don't know. But usually you see the running back. That's going to be a pass out to the flats. He's going to make a good play. Shake somebody, get back outside, makes another man miss, and then gets walloped. He gets smacked down. Utah's going to speed up the pace of the game, though. They're going no huddle. They've got 2nd and 6, 42-yard line. They've got Florida State scrambling around right now. They're in that 4-2. God, dog, you got this over to the right. Linebacker just moved out the way. Oh, look at Florida State says, I'm coming back over here. He's going to run the ball. No gain. Whew. I just hate running the ball out of shotgun. I just think that guys can shoot the gaps too frequently out of gun. I mean, it does allow you to spread people out. But in my situation, being that I run the ball 95% of the time, when I'm in gun, people know I'm in gun just to run the ball, so they run through the gaps. Not a fan of. I'd rather line up underneath center or in pistol, run a stretch, run an inside zone split. They got crossing routes all over the place. Hits a guy on the streak down the middle of the field. He's going to secure. There was guys open everywhere. I don't know if Florida State didn't think he was passing the ball there, but there's a crossing route here. There's a running back out in the flats. You had the seam streak right down the middle of the field. He had options. I mean, he could have thrown the ball to 3 different guys and would have completed those passes. There was wide open receivers running everywhere. They're in a cover 2. Oh, look at this on the outside. Make a note of that. Make a note of that. Florida State lined up and played cover 2 and gave up streak to the right. He's going to make his 5 minutes. He got tripped up. That could have been a touchdown. That guy right there makes that slippery tackle and was able to hit a foot, cause Stanley to stumble. Now, Stanley has slowed down. He had 10 carries for 103 yards, and since then, he's only had 5 carries for 19 yards since then. So he's bottled them up since we made that comment with about 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Anyway, get your 4s up right now. Get the 4s up. We have 5 minutes remaining in this game as we start the fourth quarter. Florida State leads this contest 14-10 over the Utah Utes. They are playing for a chance to go to the national championship game to play the winner of the Notre Dame and Texas game. And look at that. The Utes and Stanley put the ball in the end zone. Do your little dance. Do your dance, boy. Let them know who you are. Utah Utes, with just under 5 minutes remaining, have now taken the lead hits the extra point. It's now a 17-14 game. This game is shaping up as a game that's going to come down to the wire. And that 55-yard missed field goal is biting Florida State in the ass right now. They had a chance to run the ball up the middle 3 times and put themselves in a great position to kick a field goal, and instead ran the ball 3 straight times and lost 4 yards collectively, backed up, was on the left hash, and missed a field goal terribly. They're going to run a stretch to the left. That's a nice play, and he's got room. He's got room. He cut it back up. I think you just use your speed and try to get to that corner, try to get to the edge and outrun the guy, maybe make a move. Sometimes even peel back a little bit just to buy yourself some time. But he ran straight downhill and ran right at the line of scrimmage, and there's nothing there. Picks up 1 yard, at least prevents a loss. Utah playing good defense right now. I say that. I probably just jinxed them. They're in that penny look. 5-man down line. They're going to actually flip the line over to the wide side. They're going to run the ball to the wide side. Jalen Lucas makes a man miss, makes another man miss. Number 8 comes up, scoops him up, throws him down on his neck. Going to bring up a 3rd and 2. 7-yard gain. Jalen Lucas on that play. He's got today 9 carries for 50 yards. How did he get through that hole? He made a little move in that hole, made a little wiggle, and came out the other side into light. He was in the darkness and was able to squeeze, make himself small, and ran through that hole. Look at this. We've got a stretch that's going to be single back close. Probably going to run a stretch to the left. That's what I would be doing unless I'm running inside zone. Probably going to be stretch left. He gets 2 good blocks there. He's going to pick up this 2 yards. Letting the clock run down. He knows it's going to be a struggle for them to have to come down here and score. And sure enough, he ran a stretch to the left. Doesn't get a block. That free safety was flying down there. I guess he was in cover 4 and flew downhill, makes a phenomenal stop. And Florida State's got a decision to make. Are they going to go for it here on 4th and 2? I believe they are, and he's going to run pivot. I'd be running pivot right now, trying to get these guys open in the flats. And in fact, he's not running pivot. He's going to run what looks to be a jet. There's the jet motion. He gets the outside. Corner's there. He bottles it up. It's going to be stopped. Oh, I don't like that play call. I do not like the play call at all. Utah with a great stop. When I looked at that formation and saw the selection of plays, and I don't have this playbook, but I would have much rather ran the double pivot, giving yourself an option on both sides of the field to throw those quick pivot routes in and outs, and maybe have someone on the outside, maybe even a tight end running across, so that even if they took outside leverage, you can still have someone running across. So, hey, I'm up here in the booth watching this game, so that, I'm over here talking out the side of my neck, and Utah is going to break. He's going to go down. Hey, applaud that move. We saw Ohio State do that last year against Ole Miss in the national championship game. Shook loose twice, took 2 dives, looked like he got sniped, but you got a chance. You're feeling confident. You have right now a 3-point lead. Go down, use that clock, and in fact, he can pick up another first down without scoring to even wind more clock off. So that was a hats off move. We've seen Nick Chubb do that in the NFL. We've seen other players do that. And while it might kill your fantasy value and people might not get too excited with you when you call some touchdowns, it's actually the play to make. Smart heads-up play. Well, looking at this right now, Stanley's -6 on speed. I mean, you might want to think about, he's got some stud running backs. He's got another one in that stable that he can put in right now. I mean, he's got John Randall. Now, John Randall's only 81 overall, but he's got 91 speed. I might even go with Glover, who might be a little bit slower, but he's 83 overall power back. Good awareness, but good ball carrier vision. Break tackle and truck, which is what you need down here in the red zone. But Coach Gage would know this, his roster better than I would. Let the play clock go. Don't even snap the ball. Don't even snap the ball. Would have been a 2-minute warning. You didn't have to snap the ball and your team could have recovered. God dog it, man. Manage the clock. Manage the clock. You didn't have to run a play. You could have gave your whole team a breather, got rested up. There was still 15 seconds on the play clock when he snapped the ball. So that's going to play into Florida State's hands here. That's an advantage Florida State. Now, if Utah does score here, but it's 3rd and 9. If they score, then that's all for nothing. I don't want to lecture anyone, but man, you got to be a little bit smarter with that play clock and time management in these situations. They're going to run a toss to left. He's not going to get there because he's -6 on speed. Don't know if Coach Gage didn't notice that. In fact, no, you know what? I stand corrected on that one. That was John Randall coming in. That was John Randall. I take that. That wasn't Stanley. That was Randall. He just got bottled up. So it happens. But anyway, Utah's going to kick this field goal. They're going to go up 6. Going to go up 6. Kicks the ball deep. Kicks the ball deep. They're going to scrimmage from the 25. Now, Florida State has to score. They have to go 75 yards in 1:53. I would watch right now for some kind of stem route. He did this against Oregon the other day. He's actually in 4 vertical with running back. The running back's going to be wide open. I mean, I see that pre-snap. He's going to throw the ball to flats. That's a good play. I mean, that's you take your 3 yards, come back out, no huddle. Let's do it all over again. Make him defend it. Maybe put the running back over in the flats. He's going to run inside zone. Not a big fan of that play, but you know what? I mean, I've done that before. I've sat here and taken the ball with a minute to go and ran the ball all the way down the field, used the sideline to my advantage to stop the clock. But Florida State, really, if they don't score, they've got to keep that timeout in their pocket because they're going to have to get a stop. So they've got to do something here. 3rd and 6, you're going to get 2 plays. We're going to get a screen on this first one. So let's see if he picks it up. There's a screen pass. Nice play. Lucas with the hurdle. 1st down nose. They're going to move the ball down the field. If I'm Utah with 3 timeouts, you might think about calling timeout. Make sure your defense is set. We're going to get verticals, and there's the Texas route by the running back who's wide open. Quarterback's going to take off. He's going to get down. Whew. I don't know. I'd have been dumb enough to throw the ball there and probably would have thrown a pick. So bumps it. Going to catch the ball. Down to the 30-yard line with 50 seconds to go. They're going to no huddle again. There's a slant. Nope. Doesn't like that look. Going to flip it around. 4 verticals again. Going to watch this running back, what he's going to do out of the backfield. Going to run a flat route. Going to be wide open. Corner comes off of it. Smacks him, but not before he picks up 9.5 yards. 2nd and inches at the 38. Defense is scrambling. Remember, Utah, you've got 3 timeouts. If you guys set your defense, you can call your timeouts and get those guys lined up, get them all set on the field. Going to have an out route. That's for nothing. It picks up the 1st down. That picks up the 1st down, which at this point, he needed that. Gives him at least 4 more plays to try to score. So, 2nd and inches, he does get the 1st down. Doesn't have to worry about it. Get it out the way. Whew, I don't know, man. I'd probably been playing hard flats there, and I don't know. Boy, I'd be hard on this angle route. I'm looking at the running back, maybe manning him up. Maybe manning him up right now at that defensive end if I had a linebacker there, and he's going to be wide open. He takes a check down. Going to get him across the middle. Going to pick up 11 yards. 1st and goal. 23 seconds to go. Gage, buddy, you got to call a timeout and get your defense. There's a timeout, but it's going to be, I think that's Florida State calling a timeout to get set because the clock had started winding after they picked up the 1st down. They spotted that ball and made it ready for play. So 21 seconds to go. Here we go, guys. We've got a goal line stand to sit here and see who's going to go to the national championship. Florida State's methodically moved the ball down the field. $63 yards right now on this drive. They're at the 8-yard line. They're hoping they don't stall out. Good guy right across the middle. Wide across the middle. Hit at the goal line. Gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. They've got to hit the extra point, though. Kick the extra point for a chance to go to the national championship game. Kick is up, and it is good. Florida State just drove the ball. 9 plays, 75 yards, in a minute 36. Utah's going to have 3 timeouts remaining, but only 17 seconds on the clock. Going to go ahead and wave the white flag, say, you know what, I'm not taking this out. We're going to take it on 25, but they're going to go now. They don't have to go 75 yards. They just got to get down in the field goal range. So, you know, take out for what that is. I don't know if he needs to get down to the 35. Maybe 40 yards. 3 plays. 40 yards. Got 3 timeouts. Hit something down, you know, maybe something down the seam right now. I would not be playing no damn hard flat. I'd screw that damn flat. Don't guard that. Do not guard the flat. Drop your guys back. Keep everything in front of you right now. If he catches a 3-yard pass, so be it. Don't be guarding the damn flat. Look at this. 2 hard flats. What are you doing? There ought to be guys all in coverage all over the damn field. All over the place. He's going to catch the ball, run up the sideline. Good play. Call a timeout. What a great play. Forget about stepping out of bounds. You got timeouts in your pocket. This guy makes a phenomenal catch. Ballerina-esque. He's going to catch the ball, fall forward. Dude look like he's in Matrix. He's at the 48-yard line now. He is 18 yards away from hitting a legitimate field goal. Wow. Got a seam flat here with his backer. Looks like we're going to be cover 4. Sure enough, no, it's a cover 3. Ah! What are we doing? Who is this kid, man? This is buddy. Is he talking to Neo or what? What's that guy name in the Matrix? Because that right now, that's what this guy's looking like. He is tight walking the sideline. Second straight play. Oh, I don't like this. If he's going to run the ball to the left again, I do not like this. But he picks up a couple yards and he's going to be in field goal range. So he's going to line himself right in the middle and he doesn't. He's going to run the out pattern. It is. Oh, get down. Oh my good googly moogly. He's got to kick a field goal on the 28. This is going to be a 45-yard field goal for a chance to go to the national championship. His hands are sweating. You know that kick meter is going crazy right now. Gets the kick up. Kick is... Oh, shanks the ball to the right. Heartbreaking loss for Utah. What a great effort to get the ball down the field and put yourself in position to win the game. But does not execute the field goal. Missed 45-yard field goal. Leaves it out there. Florida State, 88% completion. Florida State survives. I don't know what other adjective to use. They just survived. And that's all it's about right now. Survive and advance, which they did. Florida State wins 21-20, and they will play the winner of the Notre Dame-Texas game for the national championship. Tip my hat to Utah. What a great season. Coach Gage, we're going to see you in the future, man. You've turned that program around. Made them a real contender. Good God. I mean, the fact that you were able to beat Alabama, put you on the national stage, and then compete like this in the national semifinals and have a chance to actually win the game and go to the championship. I know you're frustrated, going to be upset with yourself right now, but man, when you look back at this season, what a magical run that Utah had. Florida State, though, someone had to win the game, and Florida State's going to be that team. Going to be a tough out in the national championship. They're playing very well right now. They've got some weapons, but hey, it's FAIRDALE Kings. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit like and subscribe. Comment down below. FAIRDALE Kings, though. And I'm out. Now, remember, we're going to have some action tomorrow night. We're going to have the other national semifinal game. Texas, Notre Dame will play Friday night. But thanks